have you here with me, or I'm with you, I guess. I'm with you
Well,
on
well,
this holiday
hey,
weekend.
we're with each other.
Yes, yes. And hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Goodness gracious, you guys are quick. We already have friends just piling in here. Hello, Stephanie and Patrice.
Yes.
Hello,
Hi,
another Steph. Yeah,
Patrice.
Mary Sharkey and Lynn. Hello, Miss Sue. So, hello, everybody. As you're popping in, if you can see over in Lynn's box, there's this little like box that probably looks like a bunch of writing if you're on a tiny screen. That is the comments from all of the locations that we are streaming to today. So we have Facebook for Decoupage Queen, Ellen J Goods, YouTube for Ellen J Goods, and Decoupage Queen. So I like to put that up there because everybody can say hi to everybody and you guys can see what I see because I see all the comments from everywhere. That's what we see. So sometimes, you can say hi to your friend on the other side without having to go to all the different pages to go find all your friends. But once she starts creating, I'll take it down.
You know what else I like is that if something goes bananas on YouTube or Facebook goes bazooka, then you can always switch to one of the other platforms, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Yep. We're always, you're going to find us. You're going to find us. You're going to find us. So welcome everybody to Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour. My name is Teri Lightsey, and I don't think she ever needs an introduction, but just in case, it's Lynn from Ellen J Goods, the fantabulous Lynn.
Aww.
So I was Lynn really did me a big solid today because our presenter that was supposed to be on today was sick. And most of you guys know Lisa. She's been very, very sick. She was like, I'll do it if it's okay. And I said, let me see if I can help you out. And I only had to ask one person, Lynn, and she was like, yes, of course I'll help you.
That's because I had to pay you back for a huge favor and Teresa because I was sick. So
right. So
yes.
but that's one thing I really love is, we help each other out, and it was, but yeah, I was just like, hey, so y'all, I was like, so we need to get you scheduled. I'm working on such and such thing. She goes, okay, let's do this date. And I said, okay, what are you doing Saturday, by the way?
It's like, she was like, well, we'll make it happen. You know what? Hey, this is totally my thing because now Megan is really trying to get me to plan. I've been trying so hard to like plan and have a calendar and all of that. So I'm loving this, Teri. I had to come up with an idea within just a few days. It's like, yeah, this is how I work.
Because Megan still got a list together, y'all. So she maybe did it last minute, but we still have the list on Ellen J Goods of everything that she's using today. Megan sent it to me yesterday, even though it was a holiday. So see, Megan's on top of it, y'all. She was like, last minute, no, I got this. So as usual, everybody, Decoupage Queen gives away a goodie bag full of Decoupage Queen rice papers at the end of Creative Hour. All you have to do is make sure you're following Ellen J Goods and make sure you're following Decoupage Queen. I just dropped in the links for you. Wherever you're at, you will see those links. Make sure you do the following things. Go to the page and click on our faces. Yes, on Facebook, click on our faces. Down here, it'll say following or follow. If it says following, you're good. Head over to the other page. Same thing. Click our faces. If it says following, you're good. Let me know and I'll put you on the wheel. If it says follow, it's not good. It means something has happened and you've been booted for some reason and you just need to refollow. If you're on YouTube, same thing. All you need to do is make sure you've hit that subscribe button. And then you want to click all, because if you click all, you'll get notified 30 minutes before we go live. Lynn goes live. So bounce back. When you're done with that, let me know. I'll put you on the wheel. When Lynn's done creating, we'll spin the wheel and pick a winner live. And, you know, we did just have a fabulous release. I might sneak in one or two, but we won't tell.
No. And we're going to be using some of that new release today.
So if you're ready, I'll get off, or actually I'll let you turn, so I'll take over so they don't get seasick for a minute, and then when you're done, I'll put you on.
Okay, great.
So you guys are stuck with me, and you get to see all my background. Hi, Lourdes. Hi, Karen. Hi, Cheryl. I'm going to go ahead and take those comments off, so that way that's not in the way when Lynn's getting done. She just dropped us.
Yeah, did you hear that?
But here's the funny thing, y'all. She goes, I'm always so nervous that I'm going to drop you. And I said, you know what? If you drop us, it's no big deal. We put it out in the universe. That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you know me, you know, like I was saying to you earlier, I am not highly polished. And if you came here to get that, it's not happening. So.
Well, you know, we talked about it. I'm chaos. So what can you do? So
I think, are we good?
Do you mind that we're upside down? Do you want to turn us 180?
Oh, whoops.
There we go.
See? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Now we're cooking.
Whoa, that was like a merry-go-round right there. All right. Well, we are ready then. We got a good view. I can see what I'm doing in my other screen, and I got everything ready. So let's start on an ornament. It is, you know, Christmas in July. So I am going to be creating this wonderful little project with a couple of the new release papers. These are A4 size. And then, of course, lots of Pentart products. But what I want to show you is this is where my ornament started. You've seen these. We have these. They're these little acrylic 2-part ornaments. They're great because you can decoupage on the outside of them. You can also work on the inside of them. You know, do kind of a reverse decoupage. That's fun. So this is what we are working with today. And I, of course, through the magic of, Lord, I don't know how I got this together. but
Megan's here, by the way.
What's that?
Megan's here, by the way.
Hi, Megan. So here's how I prepared my acrylic pieces here. Because I'm going to be adding other mediums to this, I went ahead and I used the Pentart bonding primer to coat these surfaces. And I gave them a couple of coats. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to decoupage over them. But I wanted to make sure that I've got a surface that is going to, so that I can paint over it. I can adhere my papers to it. But this stuff is great. Once you apply it, give it 24 hours to sit and do its magic. And then you can pretty much put anything over it. I love this stuff. I love it. All right, so I have my 2 halves prepared, and then I'm going to be using this paper here, the Pink Winter 4-pack, because, oh my goodness, because it's Christmas in pink is just the best. I have an incredible vintage bottle brush wreath that is all pink. It's from the 60s. I love that thing. And then I'm going to use the pink plaid. Is that so pretty? I love these plaids this time around.
Me
And
too.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what I want for my back. I think I'll use this for my back. And basically what I did here is I just kind of pressed this around the outs or over and around the top of this ornament back here. And then I used my fingers to just crease along the outside. Then I mean, you can tear the rice papers, but I don't need to do that for this because we're going to be applying this and then trimming away the excess or sanding away the excess. So I give myself a little bit of extra room, and I'm going to cut out that circle and get it ready to decoupage. All right, and look I got all that left to use for something else. And now I want to like double check, because if you're like me, Teri, oh my goodness, I will literally
what
cut.
they say, what did they say? Measure twice, cut
Oh,
once. I can
yeah,
measure
that's
like
what,
18 times and it's still going to be
of
wrong.
course, that's when I end up adding like a sparkly trim around the around the edge, especially on these. It's a little bit tricky. So
Like, yeah, measure twice, cut once, but why doesn't it ever work? It's always, I don't know.
I get it. And so I have our decoupage varnish and glue. I think on the supply list, I put a different one, the Ultra Matte, but we'll just go ahead and use this. You can
By
use.
the way, Megan says she loves your apron. Love that
Oh,
apron, Mom.
thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we've got our lovely decoupage varnish du jour, which is our Pentart decoupage varnish and glue. And I have a brush here, and let's go ahead and get this on and get that so that it's drying. Apply a nice generous coat. You guys are all professionals at this. You don't need me to show you how to decoupage, do you? And
Lynn, I'm sorry, Lynn. Sue, what link are you looking for?
oh, I know.
If you're looking for, are you looking for the link for Lynn's Facebook? YouTube, because everything is in the description. Somebody just said something about the Facebook link not being right, so I just I put it in again. That one should work. But if you all are looking for anything, Lynn, it is in the description. I'm also dropping them in the comments. And right now, I'm also going to put in the link to everything that Lynn's using today. She's so amazing. She puts it all in one area, y'all. So you don't have to go looking high and low. It's all right there.
Yeah, that's not me, girl. That is all my daughter.
Well,
She makes that magic happen. But I kind of like it because then it's a la carte. You probably have a lot of this stuff, but so it's neat to be able to, like, oh, I need that paper, or I would like this particular product. And,
yes.
You don't have to get it all.
And the worst thing is when you get what you think you need, right? And then you're like, wait a minute. Did I forget something? And then you realize you forgot something, but this way, you can kind of do a check off like, oh, okay, I have this, but I don't have that. I need that,
Exactly. So yeah, I'm just making sure that this is all adhered all the way around, but I can always come back and dab a little bit of my decoupage medium where I need to, just to make sure it's all adhered. You are going to get a little creasing, but it's okay. This is like fabric, right? So I'm going to try to avoid decoupaging my fingers on this and letting them stick and dry. So there's what I got so far. And I'll put that guy aside to dry. We'll get to that later and clean up those edges. Now I want to do the front. And there's a couple of different things that I want to do on the front because I was getting just wild and crazy and thinking I want to do something really fun. So what I did is I grabbed,
So Mara's here. Mara says hello, but then Mary Sharkey says, you and Mara are going to turn me into a pink girl yet. Love it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm redoing my art studio right now at home, and you will see lots of pink in there, and I love it.
So what is your decor at Christmas? Do you change it every year, or do you have a a
Oh
theme you
yeah.
follow?
Oh yeah. I change it every year. So I
Do you?
do, and I do a little tour of our cottage. I do you can go back and watch the last 3 or 4 years on YouTube and see different cottage tours. So you can see I have different looks every year, and they're fun. They're like little,
That's fun.
10 or 12-minute videos, but you can see how I've decorated over the past few years. Okay, so I grabbed a Mark's Pizzeria glass or whatever you want. And here's what I kind of figured is I want my glass, the center of this decoupage paper to feature that deer, and then I'm going to paint around the outside. So I got a glass that I thought would be about the right size that I wanted. And then I took that glass and I popped it over the deer and of course I made sure that my deer was going to fit in there as well. And then I traced around it with a pencil. See that? Can you see that, guys? See, I traced. Now what I'm going to do is cut that out. And I'm going to go inside my line a little bit because, when you trace outside of a thick glass, you're going to need to accommodate for size. So I'll just trim inside here. I don't worry too much if it's not perfect because of course, I'm going to be adding some other things here as well. And don't worry, this will get covered up. And there we go. Isn't he so cute? He is adorable.
He's perfect.
He really is. So I'm going to want this guy to sit here. And of course, I'm eyeballing it. There's got to be a way. Is Mary Casey here? Mary always has.
She sure is.
Mary Casey always has these incredible, tricks and tips that I think, oh, why didn't I think of that?
Oh, well, so she did that to me the other day because I was working on an old, beautiful frame and it had the bubble glass. And the way that they did it, anyways, the glass was broken. So I was like, well, we'll pivot and do this, that, and the other. And Mary Casey says, well, why don't you just do this? And I went,
oh, I know. Yeah, because we don't think of those things,
No, well, especially when you're on the spot and you're working and you just want to keep things moving, right? You want to keep it going. You're like, oh, geez, here we go. What? Now we got to pivot. No, she was just like, yeah, no, just do it right on here and do it. Now
and there we go.
Beautiful. And there you go.
So we have this cute little kind of medallion in the center here, but we're gonna focus on that in just a second and really bring out that detail. Now, while I've got my same Mark's Pizzeria glass, I have, these are resin. These are like little bead trims. You can use IOD's Classic Elements. You probably have some kind of mold that is going to create these little beaded effects. I love them so much. And I used the same glass, believe it or not. And let me see if I could do this without burning the shop down. When I poured this with resin, and then or blowing everything away. So you just warm up the resin. You know what? I did think of this all on my own. I didn't even need Mary Casey. So we're going to warm up the resin.
So Jean Higginbotham says, I'm excited to see how you are doing this. I bought some of these plastic ornaments last year and I need to finish them.
Oh my gosh, there are so many things that you can do with these little ornaments. Honestly, I mentioned reverse decoupage. That would be so pretty in this. And then you put your decoupage paper underneath. I've also taken and I've cut a disc of a heavy, like a chipboard or a heavy disc of heavy cardboard to insert so that you've got that clear bubble, and then I lay that disc in there. It's and decoupage on that. Oh, so many ways that you can do this. Use them.
Just so you all know, I'm Teri from Decoupage Queen. Lynn's on with Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour today. I'm not Megan, but she's in the comments.
What's that?
They thought a few of them think that I'm Megan, and I said no.
Oh. Okay, so when you've got resin, when you warm it up, it becomes more flexible. And then what I did is I just put this inside the glass
Oh, to form it.
to form it.
Perfect.
Yep.
What a great idea. So you don't have to sit there and tape it with blue tape or something.
Right, exactly. Now, let's hope I don't have to do that. All right.
Here we go.
So we're going to let that harden up again. And you can see that I already have one done through the magic of the TV. And if I need to, I can warm this again. But I have given this a coat of the Pentart bonding primer as well. But before we do that, and you can see that's going to kind of fit right around this guy right here like that. And then I will fill in this space with another piece, which I didn't prepare in advance, but we'll prepare it. It'll be fine. Okay, now I want to let me make sure that this is dry.
Mary Casey, she says, "So you don't need me anymore?" with a sad face.
Girl, I always need you. I'm going to see Mary in November for Christmas camp. I'm so excited.
Oh, no way, Megan. Megan says, "I'm honored they think you are me, Teri. You are so much more professional." Just give me a minute. I'm really not. Hey, Tammy Johnson, how are you?
So this is dry. You guys, if you're using, okay, let me give my disclaimer here. So when you're at home, allow your stuff to just dry on its own. I always say we got enough things that we could be doing while we're waiting for the decoupage medium to dry. You have probably seen me live use that heat gun and melt plastic ornaments like crazy. So, let the stuff dry on its own and you'll be good.
Have you ever put mirror mist in the clear bulbs?
No.
Oh, it's one of my favorite things to do at Christmas. So I stamp it in with like aluminum foil, so you get a real irregular look. But you can stamp in the mirror mist on the inside and kind of decoupage on the outside, and you get all this beautiful reflect. So you mirror mist first, paint whatever on top of the mirror mist. So when you close it up, you've got the mirror mist reflect with whatever paint, and then your decoupage on the outside. You got to try it. I'm sure you would elevate it a million times. You have to try it.
I'm telling you, there are so many things that you can do, right?
Yes.
So many. Now, I am just like, okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Miss Lynn, did you melt a glove or something?
Oh, I've melted gloves. I've melted plastic ornaments. I've burnt myself. I melted the baby wipe package the other day.
Because Lynn, is it a Yubi? Lynn, I never know how to say your last name. I'm sorry. Lynn said, "or melt a glove," and she's laughing. So I'm supposing that's a joke.
Just leave it to me. This is, oh my goodness. This is metallic pink. And it'll take a few coats of this, but let's at least get that going on here.
No, I'm talking about the Pentart mirror mist. It doesn't melt the ornaments at all. So Tammy says, "What are you working on?"
Well, it's a little ornament, Tammy.
And
It's
Debbie says that pink is beautiful.
it really is such a pretty pink. I mean, my goodness, that is great. And it's metallic, and I'm working over white, so
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take a few coats, but I think it's going to be worth it.
Oh, so good.
And of course, the other thing you can do, you could also use whatever pink you want and put a glossy varnish over it as well. But I love this metallic. It's got that shimmer, and this particular pink is just beautiful.
It matches your nails.
A little bit, yeah. It does.
So Patrice is saying, Megan, we need a bloopers video.
Oh, girl. Let me tell you what. I could literally I could make so many bloopers reels. And sometimes I
They
might
probably go viral. The bloopers are what go crazy.
well, sometimes on my edited videos, I will share some bloopers at the end, which can be funny things that, JR and I are saying, or ways that I goof up, or yeah, I've done a few of those. So they're always fun to watch.
So I want to know, when did we get to see the rest of the dresser? It's a dresser, right? Is it the dresser that
Oh,
you're stripping?
yeah. Oh, well,
So I mean, this is where we get inside info, right? So like, when did we get? That's not nice, by the
Well,
way. That's like saying I got a secret, and then you walk away and you don't tell me what the secret is.
and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah,
right
that's
away.
not nice, by the
No,
way.
no. I know it's not. I know. Actually, let's let this dry some more on its own for a minute. And of course, we've got my favorite gold paint. So
Oh,
we're
yes.
gonna mix up a little pigment fix.
And
And
don't forget,
yes, Megan.
everybody, all the links to whatever she's using I've got that in the description for you. If you want something in particular, you let me know and I'll direct you right there.
So, Megan, yes, I did remove my pigment fix from inventory because I had to open a new one. She's always on me, like somehow this inventory is getting messed up.
So I have Sue, who I call her my online mom. She's, been here since I first started my life. She does the same thing to me. She'll send me screenshots in big capital letters. Remove from inventory.
Yeah.
I'll tell her, nothing to see here, nothing to see here, if I'm pulling a paper down or something.
Oh my goodness. I know. It's too funny. Oh, so, and I forgot to silence my notifications. That's another thing that when I'm left alone, you never know what's gonna happen. And so you'll probably hear me getting some text notifications. Ding.
That's probably Megan saying, did you take that out of inventory, Mom?
It probably is. I bet it is. Oh my gosh. All right. So I mix this probably about 1 part metal pigment. And you guys, Christmas is coming. Super red metal pigment is the most amazing Christmas red. And I used it on the back of this ornament here. Look at that, how I added that over that pink plaid.
It's so pretty.
Just to give it a little shimmer. Isn't that so pretty? So we're going to do that. We're going to do that using another product. But for right now, let's go ahead and paint. What?
Lynn telling all of your secrets. She says, oh, and forgetting to lock the shop door.
All right. That's enough of that, Megan.
No, it's Lynn. Lynn, a Ruby, you.
Oh, Lynn, you do know all the family secrets.
She's telling all your secrets.
I thought it was my daughter saying that. Or somehow my husband there. What?
Not close enough to me.
Oh, I know. All right. Let's paint this guy up. Now I didn't get this done with Pigment Fix, but we're going to say it's okay. All right. Because this stuff really does stick beautifully to so many different surfaces. So let's paint that guy. Do you find that, Teri, this Pigment Fix mixed, literally, it bonds to just everything. Look at that.
Anything. Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love
there's certain
this.
times when I will need like a varnish or something that but I can't have it so thick like some of our varnishes that we use. I will use the Pigment Fix as like a quick little bonder. It's amazing.
Oh, it is. Like, I don't know what kind of crazy chemistry they're doing at Pentart.
What sorcery is in there?
They really, man, they just have some great stuff.
Hi, Treese. We're glad you caught us too.
You guys should all be out, sunbathing or swimming or
heck no, we have 130 friends on with us right now.
Get out of here.
No.
Oh my goodness.
They said, what? Lynn is here? Forget sunbathing.
Funny. Oh, that's so funny to me. Oh my goodness.
We need sunbathing. We can go on Creative Hour and watch Lynn.
That's right. Or you could be sunbathing and watching at the same time.
Now there you go. The best of both worlds.
Oh dear.
Hi, Natalie. Natalie says, liked and shared and loved the pink.
Oh, thank you so much. And don't you love pink and gold together, Natalie? Oh, I just think it's like just one of the most perfect combinations. It really is. So let me just pop a few of these off. I'm not sure how many
Lynn,
I need. What?
Lourdes Ambrosio.
Oh, Lourdes.
She says, this is my favorite way to spend my time, watching Lynn create.
Oh, Lourdes. Lourdes, you're a dear. Lourdes has been following us for a long, long time. Years, right, Lourdes?
So
years.
Sweet.
And
hello, Sharon.
And she is just one of our Ellen J Goods insiders, and she's just a doll. And Lourdes is also coming to Christmas camp. And all these years we've known each other.
Never met?
And we never have met. So
that's so amazing.
We'll be meeting for the first time.
I got to meet Lynn. I already got to meet and hug on Lynn for a few days.
Yes.
Sharon says it's raining in Texas. No sunbathing here.
Is that right? Oh my goodness. And those poor, I saw the news about the flooding in some part of Texas, and what a terrible thing. So I sure hope that everybody is safe and
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lourdes says yes, at least 7 years.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
And she says she can't wait to hug you.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. We have the best fun at our camps. It's a wonderful community, and Christmas camp is really super fun.
I'm going to have to go to Christmas camp.
And we just create. We just make fun stuff and eat wonderful food and all that good stuff. So I'm just I want this all to dry.
Oh, Charlotte Nelson says, too hot outside, would rather watch y'all.
Yeah, it's warm here today too. I don't know why it is. What is it that we always end up talking about the weather? Always.
I don't know. Weather and food. I feel it's always weather and food.
Weather and food is right. Yeah. So what did everybody have yesterday? Did you go to a picnic? Did you cook?
Aw, hello, Lisa Fowler. Lisa Fowler says, hi, Teri and Lynn. I follow you both and Decoupage Queen. I'm a silent watcher, but love you both.
Oh, Teri, I'm so happy that you introduced yourself.
Her name is Lisa Fowler.
Oh, Lisa.
She's saying hi to me and you. But hey, you know, I'm glad I introduced myself too, by the way.
Oh my gosh. You know what? All right. If my daughter's still watching, I know she's shaking her head right now. Mom, don't even say a name because I'm terrible.
Mary DeLeon would like to know, where is the camp? And then Laurel says, Christmas camp? Tell me more, pretty please.
Oh, well, Christmas camp is sold out. That sells out pretty quickly. We actually posted that in January this year, and it filled up rather quickly. But Christmas camp is held right here. Look what I did. Is we have it here in Medina, at Ellen J Goods, and it's just a blast. We spend 2 full days creating. And all right, I gotta fix my boo-boo right here. So remember I said when this happens, sometimes I'll just put a shimmery something around there, but I don't want to on this piece, I don't think. So I'm just going to take a little scrap of my paper.
And you'll never know.
Nobody will ever know unless you tell.
Just 130 people.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Lynn, Mary Casey wants to know how many people call you Ellen.
Oh, Mary. Oh, my goodness. So many people. But I answer to both. I do. You can call me whatever you want. Well, no.
No.
I'm sure there are those that have called me a few things that I don't want to hear.
Oh, Laura Roy says, so excited I got in on Lynn's Christmas camp for the first time.
Oh my gosh. Laura is another wonderful follower, and she's on the insider group and always is a joy. Well,
So,
all of you are. Every one of you is.
Charlotte Nelson, yes, that pink was a pin tart. And guess what? I have that link for you right to Ellen Shop and the rest of the product she's using today. So here you go. Right now. There you go.
Did you just call me Ellen?
Did I call you Ellen? No, Ellen Shop. I did, didn't I? Did I call you? No, I did call you Ellen at Lynn Shop. See?
Okay. It's okay.
I wonder how many people do it and don't realize it.
Oh, everybody. It's okay.
See, well, you called Lisa Teri. I'm calling you Mary Casey. I'm blaming you.
It's Mary's fault.
It's Mary's fault.
Oh, Mary. Really?
Stephanie, what airport would we fly into for your camp, Stephanie?
Buffalo or Rochester. We usually encourage people to go to Buffalo because that's where most people go. You know what? I really messed this up, you guys.
Honestly, because of the way that the white is, until you showed me, or until you picked, even when you picked it up to the side, I didn't notice it.
I know.
Mary Casey said, sure, blame me.
Mary. Oh, you know
so
what?
I already know what you're going to say, right? Because I do the same thing, and I think all of us do it. We see it. We know it's there. Somebody else probably wouldn't notice. You know that,
exactly.
Right, Lynn?
That's
but
exactly
we notice.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so you know what I'll do? I'll spend, tell me if you guys do this. And I promise you, I'm not going to spend an hour fixing this. I'm just going to spend a minute fixing it.
Yeah, no.
But do you end up like, you end up spending so much time patching and fixing and all that good stuff. But
so
It's also a good lesson, though, to share because we end up, or I end up, getting frustrated. I work quickly and then I'm frustrated, like, oh, what did I just do? And honestly, it's okay because there are ways, especially with the rice paper, it's so easy to fix, right?
Yes.
It really is. And you know my rule. What I say is if you take 10 steps back, hang this on the tree with 1,000 other ornaments, nobody's ever going to notice
Nobody
that I
would
had to patch
exactly.
this.
Mhm.
Nobody's going to know. Teri, that's why I say that I have a rustic vibe. And it's just going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Right? It's all going to be fine.
Oh,
And you're
so
right.
Patty has Patty's business is Pixie's Designs by PK, and she said that happens to her as well. People call her Pixie or Patty,
Oh.
but she answers to both.
But you know what? I would love that name. That is a cute name. I would love the name Pixie.
Pixie?
That is adorable. So see what I'm doing? I am just kind of filling that in. Like I said, when I do these ornaments, usually I end up putting a little trim around the outside to hide any place where I've made a mess. So that's going to be fine. I'm going to let that dry too. And then we'll, whoops.
Yeah, I agree. Jean Higginbotham says it always ends up amazing.
Hi, Jean. How nice to hear your voice in the comments. All right, let's grab my pink again.
You're welcome, Pamela.
All righty, let's try to get another coat on this real quick. And
Now, when before Lynn and I went live, I was talking to her about the fireworks and my dogs, and I was telling her one doesn't care too much and the other one is scared to death. So I'm seeing some of y'all talking about it, that some of y'all, your fur babies had a hard time last night too. Yeah, I'm hoping tonight they don't do it, but I know being that it's Saturday, it's still gonna go on tonight.
of course. Yeah, ours Chance was great. He's it's like nothing happened, I remember many years ago, I don't know if Megan is still on, but when we had the cottage down the way, we had a dog named Maggie. We had Maggie and Moses, and Maggie would. JR, are you still here?
Yeah.
Oh, he is still here. Remember that one year of the fireworks and we could not find Maggie anywhere? She had gone to the neighbor's cottage and was hiding in a bedroom closet.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby. Teri, are you there?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Okay. All
I
right.
am getting the rose, the metallic rose in your store. I'm getting that link for somebody.
Oh my gosh, is this beautiful?
Y'all, I see. I just emailed Megan. So the SEO on this metallic paint says sparkling blue, but this is the right one. It is the rose. It's just.
Oh, that is so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
And it's metallic. It's shimmery and shiny. Okay, so this, let me get this dried quickly. Is my friend Cheryl Macedo here? Did I hear you say Cheryl?
I didn't see her.
No? Another
No.
Cheryl?
Yes. Cheryl, the last name is it Mech? MECHE?
Oh, hi. I don't think we've met.
Deborah Sewell says hello from Davison, Michigan.
Hello. How are things in Michigan? Oh, guess what, JR?
What?
My dryer just blew out.
Oh no.
Well, look at that. What do you know? It no, it just I heard a little pop and it stopped.
Does this have one of the, what do you call those? You know, the little buttons on the plug? There
Maybe
you go.
it does, but it's okay. It's unplugged. See, you never know what's going to happen with me here with a heat gun. See?
Oh, well, yes. Well, Charlotte Nelson says, can you put sealer on metallic paint?
Sure, Charlotte. Let's think about what it is you're trying to accomplish. Why it has a sealer on it, in it, right? Like, what are you trying to protect it from? I guess
Yes, the
that's what
reset button is what I was trying to think of. Yeah. So Charlotte, are you just asking in general, or are you talking like project specific? Thank you, Anita. Sheila Tegan says, it's too hot to be outside, yet here I am pulling weeds.
You're pulling weeds and watching?
Oh, Lord.
My goodness. That is one faithful follower right there. You know what I'd be saying? Forget those weeds. I just want to look how to make something for Christmas.
Right? She said yes, like the ornaments is what, so about the sealer.
Okay. Well, an acrylic paint really is not gonna, I mean, I don't think you're gonna have any issues with this coming off or, creating any kind of a problem where you would need to seal it. You're not going to be immersing it in water or anything like that. And it already has that pretty metallic shimmer. So I'm thinking, maybe you wouldn't need to, right? Would you agree, Teri?
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessary unless you're, again, if it's not a high traffic item,
Exactly.
like, you're not going to be handling it all the time. The metallic, I wouldn't say you needed to.
But
Sheila Tegan said she's just carrying us around when she's pulling her weeds.
Oh, don't drop us.
Yeah, don't drop us. Deborah Hartman from Branson, Missouri says, hello, and that pink rocks.
Hi there, Deborah. So nice to see you. I want to make sure that this is dry.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Have you ever put the plastic ornaments together and sealed it? Just because you didn't, for whatever reason, and then you put the heat on too long and it pops it open?
No, I've
Have
not
you ever
done
done
that. I guarantee you it'll be something that I do someday. If you give me something that has heat.
I've done that, and I'm telling you, the pop is enough to scare the bejesus out of you. I tell you what.
All right, let's get some heavy body gel. And I want to glue this little round. Oh, look at how pretty that is.
I love it.
Oh, pink and gold are just the perfect combination.
Deborah says, That is so pretty.
Thank you.
Sue says, gorgeous. Yvette says, Sheila Teagan, don't lay us down. I'm afraid of snakes and spiders.
Ah! So I'm going to get a little heavy body gel on here. And thank you. I think it was Teri that I watched live one day. And you were gluing a mold on something and using heavy body gel, and said how it fills in those gaps that sometimes you have when you pour resin.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm like, oh, well, isn't that just brilliant? But I have been using this a lot, and people will ask, like, what about Type on Quick and Thick? Don't you use that anymore? We do.
Yeah.
We just haven't come up with a song yet for our Pentart Heavy Body Gel.
Heavy body gel? Yeah, that I have. Heavy body gel has been my workhorse for ever since I started using it. Like metal, glass, plastic.
Oh,
It
it's
holds
amazing.
any and everything. I always say though, don't put it on something that you might want to take off, ever. Because it's never
Right.
coming off.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cute. Sandy Dara says the ornament is beautiful.
Thank you. And it takes a minute to get this on here. Let me.
Hi, Perkins. Hi, Veronica. Lynn says heavy body gel is all that and a bag of chips.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in so long, Lynn.
How long do you find that it takes to dry? What?
The heavy body gel?
Yeah.
So here's what I have found. When it's a brand new gel, like a jar, when it's a fairly new jar, it does take a couple of minutes for it to tap. I feel like the longer the jar, the more the jar is opened, the better that the heavy body gel gets. I know that's really backwards.
Is that right?
Yes. And I also find, that it just, as the longer that it's, you've had it, it taps like, so quick as well. And that, of course, it's because, the air is hitting it or whatnot. But you'll find when you're using heavy body gel that there's just a sweet spot of time. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's perfect now. But when it is a newer jar, it takes a bit for it to grab.
Well, it's going to be. I have a little trick that I might use here in a minute, as soon as my glue gun heats up.
Tina says, I used heavy body gel to fix a spindle on my railing. See? I'm telling you.
Get out of here.
I trust heavy body gel with anything.
It's pretty cool. I just have to hold that for a minute and
Okay.
then.
So we're having questions about your Christmas.
Oh.
So they want to know, like, okay, so if they missed out this year, how can they not miss out next year?
So you want to make sure that you are doing a couple of different things. Obviously, following, we always mention it on our lives when that's coming up. You want to maybe be in the insider group for Ellen J Goods. You want to sign up for our email notifications on our website. So that's also a great way to make sure you're up to speed on everything that's going on. We do I try, not every week, maybe every other. I send out an email, just kind of like our top 5 of the week, and we feature like customer, insider projects, that we've found that we really like. We kind of, share a video. We share just some really just quick, just like little bite-sized like bit of information that is going to be helpful and gives you a recap of the past week or so. And so that would be another way that you could find out. But yeah, email is going to be the best way, I would say. The text group, we have a text group also. Okay, I am all thumbs.
Aaron Caven says it's a dream to go to Lynne's camp.
Oh, I hope you can someday, Aaron. Yeah, I think I've got a new batch here, so I'm gonna give you my little trick, which is I've got
Just
my
the-
heavy
yep.
body.
For
And
instant, for that instant stick, but the heavy body for the long haul. Mhm.
Yep. So let me hold that. This is probably this is when you need like 5 hands.
Mhm.
But that little touch of glue, really hot glue, really does make life easier.
So Jean says this is turning out so pretty. I might have to try some pink for Christmas.
Oh, I hope you do, Jean. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry.
So
you
I'm
guys.
going to tell you a secret.
Okay, please, because I'm struggling here.
So it wasn't until you did your watercolor papers for us, right? With the pinks and the blues and the beautiful Christmas papers.
Teri,
okay?
I thought you were going to give me a secret about applying.
Oh my gosh, you mean that? I will give you a little secret about that. Wipe a little bit of that heavy body gel off that you're using, and then
Okay.
put your tack. Do your 3 tack points, and then it'll stay.
Sheepers, creepers.
But it wasn't until your papers with us that I was like, oh, pink and blue, huh? Okay.
Oh,
Let me see.
yeah.
Because I was more traditional kind of like, I did cute stuff with Christmas, but it was always, the traditional colors. It wasn't until your papers that, I was doing samples and I was like, hey, I like this pink and blue combo.
Is that right?
Yes. And now I do a lot of pink during Christmas and blues, the baby blues. You see?
All right. Why am I struggling here? I literally.
Because you're live and because you want it to stick.
Yeah, it's exactly right. I mean, my glue, none of my glue.
Okay, so now you're going to have to wipe off the heavy body gel because the heavy body gel and the hot glue together will not stick. It'll resist.
All right. I'm learning something new every day here. Yeah, I think I put too much heavy body gel on there. That's what I think. Right?
Yes, probably. So now it's kind of on, but so you got the one side. So yeah, just wipe off a little bit of it and then tack it with the. It always happens when we're live,
Well, yeah, it does, right? This is when I'm like, oh no. And now we're going to agonize over this. It's okay. We'll get her done. Don't we all? We all can relate to this sort of situation.
Yeah. And then, so Teresa Cherry just said, anything you want to learn about, you can definitely learn right here. And that's one of the great things that happens, on Creative Hour, is things don't always go perfectly, right?
No,
And
nothing.
So
Nothing goes perfectly. I just want to make sure this little booger gets stuck on there. How much time do we have, Teri?
All the time you need.
Oh, I'm sure we don't want to watch me holding this for. All right. Let's see.
I'm not Megan. I am Teri Lightsey. Is it info at Ellen J Goods?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes, that is correct.
If you email Stephanie info at Ellen J Goods, your question, Megan will be able to help you with that. She's wanting to know about reordering some products.
Oh, okay.
Lynn Perkins says, absolutely, Teri taught me not to mix two glues.
Wow.
Neither will work.
Yeah, not to.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I think I'm struggling here, but it's okay. This is when I should have used my decor pen, right?
But come on, the struggle is worth it. Look at how pretty that is.
It really is. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, you know what? I am not having any luck here with this.
So do you have any isopropyl alcohol near you at all?
No.
Okay.
Of course not. It's okay because you know what? Maybe I'll just deal with this later.
Yeah, I mean, we see, we're seeing the gist of it. So
Yeah, because I this is gonna take me a minute to rework this, and then I actually just thought, oh, you know what? Instead of trying to like fill this in, even I think what I'm gonna do is I think I am gonna put my ribbon there. A little bow would be really cute there. All right, but let's fix this thing up here. I have a snow crystal pen. I have an ice crystal pen, and I'm just going to, this is the snow crystal.
that was one thing that I got super excited about because we did have the Christmas papers. I was like, y'all, snow crystal, ice crystal, rainbow paste, snow paste.
Well, I mean, this is so neat. These
I said we
pens,
could pull them all out right now.
these pens are amazing.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna like throw a couple of lines on here.
I will give you all a tip with these pins, though. When you
Uh-huh.
use them, I would pop off the little top when you're done using them each time and just rinse them in the sink, when you go wash your brushes or what have you,
Yeah.
just rinse them because otherwise it'll give you a fit every single time. But if you rinse them every time, the next time you go to use them, it'll flow out just perfectly. But
That's a good idea.
Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. Snow is white and ice crystal is clear. Is that right, Teri? Yes. So the snow paste is opaque white. The snow crystal is it's not as opaque, but you can still see that there is like a white tinge, and the ice will be clear and you'll see all the sparkle.
I'll show you. I will show you. I have a couple of little samples here.
There you go. Nancy just asked what the difference is. So this is
snow crystal, right? Snow crystal. Yes. This is the ice crystal.
So you can see there's a little bit more of that white opacity, and the ice is clear. So, but they are just good.
I'm not outlining all of this, but just a little bit.
And the one thing I really love about our pins, the Pin Art pins, is they don't take forever to dry.
No, they don't.
Like I was a big Stickles user before, and I still love them, but you literally, if you use Stickles, you have to like leave that thing alone for at least 24 hours because there's no way it's going to dry. But I can usually use these and still work with it during a live.
These are, I'm telling you, I've never used these until this year. And I just
Really?
think they're so fun.
Oh, love them. But yeah, that's the only thing is just you got to rinse those tops because they do, they will give you fits every time.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. Oh
And
my
you
goodness.
know,
And
and
can
I'm
you
not gonna, I don't have to do all of them. All of
No,
these little,
but can you
no.
imagine that on the tree and then when your tree lights hit it and the sparkle? Oh, magic. Hi, my Gail.
You can do magic. You can have anything. Okay, so this is ice crystal pen. I think I'm just gonna add a few dots here and there.
How do you get the top off? You just literally, Lynn, the next time I'm live, ask me that question and I'll show you. It pops off so easily.
This is like decorating cookies.
Oh my goodness. It is.
And I think, you know, at Christmas time, if anything that will catch the light and give you a little shimmer and shine. So fun. So this one is transparent, but it's got that shimmery effect. We can even put a few over the deer.
Lynn. She said, thanks. I will drive up. Lynn or Ruby says, thanks. I will drive up to see you and give you mine to pop off the top. Okay. Well, I mean, I want to drive to California. Come on, I'll get the top off for you.
Come on. Come on now.
Pamela says, I'm loving these pins.
Oh, these pens are great. I use the snow pen just around here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Love them. All right, let's get my, see what other thing I can break or pop or whatever. Melt. I just want to be able to handle these.
You guys are too much.
Oh no. What?
Oh my goodness. So I have a joke that, if you don't tell me that you're coming, I won't answer the door. Like I've always been that way. Like unexpected guests is, I don't usually answer the door. And so Lynn says she's driving to me. Kathy says, well, you better tell her you're coming because, I won't open the door. Aaron Caven says, these would be so pretty in a little girl's room at Christmas.
I know. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet.
Mary says that we're so funny. You gotta have a little fun and laughter.
Isn't that the truth? And that's why I said, when we come here to create, it is just about letting everything else go and just enjoying that creative time. That is like the best.
Exactly, Brenda. They just tease me because, I had made a comment like, I'll look out I might look out the window and I might see you, but I probably won't open the door. Oh, I know. Gail says these are precious.
Oh, imagine, you could even, with this space here, you could do a little stamp or do a little baby's first Christmas.
Oh, that would be perfect.
You could take one of the IOD apothecary stamps, or just print out, if you're good at that kind of thing. print out a little. Oh my gosh, it would be adorable. Baby's first Christmas.
That would be so cute. And those little stamps, they're perfect size for that.
They really are. Yeah. I mean, that is almost dry already, Teri.
Yes.
The paste.
Uh-huh.
And they have a little like tacky or gel kind of feel to them.
Mm-hmm.
To me.
Aw, Lynn, Deborah Fannin says, hello from Kentucky. I am a newbie and Lynn has been so encouraging.
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, because we do have to be able to shift and adjust when we need to, but I'm going to take, I don't know, I think I might try to, let's see. It's not going to tear. It's not going to tear, Teri.
I was just going to say that is so satisfying to me when you know, to tear like that, and then it didn't tear.
I know. Well, we'll just cut this a little bit. This is a really wide pink velvet ribbon.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, you guys are the best. Everybody's welcoming Deborah.
So let's see. If I can hide that spot, or so I don't have to deal with that. So I think it'd be okay to put the ribbon down there instead of up there.
It would definitely be okay to put the
right?
ribbon there.
How cute. Like, that's cute. And I don't
See,
wanna...
it was supposed to be that way.
I know. You guys are so patient with me. Like, you just never know what's going to happen. Yeah, I actually do like that.
I really do.
I do. I think it's so cute. Because then I have this for the hanger at the top.
You know, it would be really cute. Is like the little pink metallic bells. If you put that in the little ribbon at the top there, you know, like having it at the top. You need to get.
You know what? You can do so much with this. You can do anything. Me, I was going to put the bow up there, but you know what? I'm thinking I like it down here. I think it's pretty cute. And
exactly, Laurel said a happy mistake.
Always it can happen to all of us. Let's add a little bit more to that. Let's see. I don't want to belabor this too much longer. Oh my gosh, it's already after 4, you guys.
Sue says, I love it down there. It's perfect.
I think so too. And
Mary Sharkey, happy little accidents. Erin says, Bob Ross, happy accident.
Absolutely. So I am going to glue that there. I'm going to use hot glue this time. But that's pretty much sticking now.
Yeah. Once it grabs, it'll grab. Like I said, you'll notice it as you use it and open that jar more, it'll tack a lot quicker.
Yeah, and I can get, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Just had too many things going on there. It's so precious.
And then Jean says it doesn't cover their deer this way.
Oh my, you're right, Jean. You are absolutely right. But can you see that, you guys? Look at, so here is the ice crystal paste. See how it just, That is so
So
cute.
pretty.
Totally going to, now, I'm not going to do this on camera, but I will glue this right here. And then, you know what? I think I will. I'm going to take some of this paste, the snow crystal paste, the snow paste, and I'm going to put it
And go around
this.
the outside.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. That will be so cute. All right, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. And then, you know, you can just do your little hanger up at the top.
So Jean says, beautiful. Debbie says, love this. Yvette says, that's beautiful. Sue says that she says, sheesh. I may have to go make something pretty like this.
Exactly. Yes, you do have to.
So cute and precious. So beautiful. Gail says, bravo. Lourdes says, the bow is perfect.
Yeah.
See, who said it earlier that it would be perfect? It would turn out perfect. Of course.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, when you have a snafu, don't give up, you know?
No.
Don't give up. But I'm going to glue this, you guys. I don't want to belabor this any longer. I know there's weeding that has to be done and, you know, all those things. But I am going to add, I'm going to add just this little pink metallic thread up here to hang it. And I am going to take the snow crystal pen like I used back here, and I'm going to do around that edge there.
Gorgeous.
But oh, it's so cute. I love it.
I love it. Everybody loves it.
Adorable. Adorable. Not gonna lie, Teri. It's
I'm
adorable.
not going to lie to you either. I love it.
It's that deer. It's all about that deer right there.
Do you want to turn up and come back to us when you're ready?
Sure. You ready for me?
I'm ready for you.
All right.
Hi, guys. And there she is. As you were turning us, I was turning with you. I was going, okay, here she comes.
I know. Yeah, because you can see it. They can't.
Yeah, I can see it in the back.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It's perfect.
It's so cute. That deer is perfect. He is so sweet. Teresa Renee Art, you are something.
It's great.
Love it.
Let's do this. And let's do a couple of shuffles. Here we go.
Oh, that's right. It's a giveaway.
And good luck, everybody. Liz Mota. Liz Mota. Congratulations, Liz. So, Liz, if you take a look on the screen, somebody would ring my doorbell. Take a look on the screen, Teri at decoupagequeen.com. Please make sure you spell my name correctly, Teri1R. Send me your address, and I'll get you out a goodie bag full of Decoupage Queen rice papers. So congratulations.
Congrats. It's awesome.
Congratulations. Liz, just please, I don't think you've ever won before, so absolutely congratulations, but just please make sure you got the correct spelling on my name so it gets to me and not to the abyss somewhere. You know. Lynn, thank you so much. You did amazing. And guess what, y'all? I already, because you guys, you know how I led into, having her come in today. I already have her scheduled for next time, so she's going to have to come back.
In October, not the next time, not next week. No, October.
No, not next week. She would definitely be. No, Teri, no. Don't forget, y'all. All the products.
Know what? I'll take a pretty picture of this when it's all done so that you can share it and
yes, please.
we'll put it out there and you'll be able to
Yes,
see.
and then
if
make sure you guys take a look at the description wherever you are, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, because all of the products are linked right in one little package for you, so you can go right over and find anything that she used today. So thank you so very much for spending time with
Oh,
us
you
today.
guys, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend, all of you. Stay safe and happy creating.
Happy creating. Bye.